Peace and love, peace and love. My name is Bubbles. 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 Bubble to the bubble. Bubble to the bubble. Bubble to the bubble. Bubble to the bubble. My name is Bubbles. My name is Bubbles. My name is Bubbles. My name is Bubbles. Bubble to the bubble. Bubble to the bubble. Bubble to the bubble. You heard? Bubble to the bubble. I by the way, my Instagram was actually updated.
Can
Oh,
you
here we go.
see me?
We outside. We
We
outside.
outside. Let's go. Let's go. All
Go.
right, bet.
Yo.
We lit.
Because I'm like, yo, son, because
Yeah. Because that never happened to me before. So I'm like, what it really is. What it really is.
you know what it really is, but it's all good because they could never stop it. You heard?
Period, dog. Period. What's up, dog? What's up, Zen Master?
Peace, God. The God one is in the building.
Okay.
In the building. Wait, hold up.
Let's
In the
go.
building. And we gonna be building. Period.
Period.
Yes.
That was lit. That was nice. That was nice. Yo.
Thank you so much for coming on here. I already gotta say, from we met like some time back. I feel like that had to be like a year ago. Like
Yeah,
by
for sure.
that
Over a year now. That was spring. I don't even know if it was in 2002. So it was 2001, I believe. No?
No. 2018.
Hell no. You
2018.
What tell me what you think about.
The event with that was like the poetry slam thing, and it was like a competition for like some money or something.
Yo,
and we
you
was
are
all
in another fucking dimension, and whatever timeline you on is very different right now. That was not 2018 at all. At all.
Well, yeah.
I can show you the exact year after this, but that's crazy that you think that's 2018. I'm not gonna hold you.
What year you said it was?
Physically, that was 2000, either 21 or 22. That was definitely after 2020.
That's what I meant.
Nah. You said 18 for a reason, though. That's crazy.
Nah, this
you know why? Because we probably spiritually met each other in 2018 and didn't know it.
Yeah, real talk, because that's when like a lot of stuff was like happening. It's like 2018, and then 2019, a lot of us like connected back again together. Like that's real word. So yeah, it is a reason. But you're right, that was like
my sister in the comments. My sister in the comments, like, girl, that was not 2018. No, because we probably really connected already. That would be dope as fuck. I'm not gonna hold you.
Nah, real talk. I said that for a reason, because I'm like just speaking right now, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, got it.
And you were
yeah,
sure
well,
about it. You were sure about it, so I'm gonna go with that. We knew each other already.
Yeah, nah, real talk.
And,
so
because the other day it was the same energy with you and your divine partner. I'm like, I know him, and I didn't physically know him at all. So we definitely met each other long before we met each other.
Yeah, and even that day when I met you with your sisters and stuff, like the energy I felt that day was like, yo, this is my family.
Yes.
Like I literally felt like that. I'm like, we're family. Like it was wow. Yeah, and then even just the energy when I seen you perform, I was like, you start talking about love, I was like, yo, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I was like, we outside. Let's go.
So, you know what's funny too? You said pick the verse that best describes you as an artist or as a person, or just best describes you. And I had a verse that I wanted to do, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this one. But I kept thinking to myself, like, is that the right verse? Is that the right verse? And like right before I clicked on your live, I wound up hitting the second verse, to love yourself. That's the one that like I only performed one time, and I realized I hold that close to me. I never really let people see that, but that's the verse that defines me the most. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do that one, Spirit.
Yay!
I'm gonna do that one.
Yeah, I'm so happy. Yeah. Can you share with us? So even before I get into that question, no, let me just say it now since it's there. I was gonna say, like, do you remember like when did you write that song? Like what year did you write that song?
I don't remember. I'll say I probably started because I started writing it, and then I didn't finish it till a couple years later. So I feel like I started writing it in 2019, and I'm seeing 19 right now, so that's confirmation. I say in 2019, like you said, a lot of things started coming together in 2019.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's
It was
also when I
real.
that's also when I
Wow.
met my twin flame, and also when I started having my biggest spiritual awakenings. So yeah, 2019 was that year,
It was.
and I had started writing it right before I had my big wake ups, and I was going through a lot physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Like I couldn't be the version of myself that I was being anymore. Like I had to literally butterfly, come out the yeah. I gotta go on full transformation and come out of this caterpillar stage, come out of this cocoon. I can't do this no more. I gotta break out. And that was that for me. I went through a really, really, really like the worst breakup, the worst relationship I've ever had with anyone in my life, and I realized how much I did not love myself for the fact that I put myself in that situation and I put myself through that. And so I said, I need a reminder every day to love myself every day. I have to every day focus on loving me. So I took paint. I'm also a visual artist. So I had cans of paint in my room, and put paint on my hands, and I wrote out love yourself on the wall. So every day when I wake up, I would just see that. So I'm looking at that every single day as my motivation. Love yourself, love yourself. Soon as you wake up. And then one day I just decided, let me make a song about it so I can feel that and like live that and thrive through that. And I started writing it, but I noticed I could never finish it. For like a couple years, I couldn't finish the song. And then one day I thought to myself, maybe you can't finish the song because you don't fully love yourself yet. And when you really love yourself and you feel it, then you'll be able to get the words out. And so when it was time and when I really felt, yeah, I'm here, I finished it. And that was what I think 2021 or 2021 had to be it.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Wow, that's powerful.
Word.
Yes. I would like to share, and that's why I wanted to really have this conversation, because I know that we go through a lot of the similar things, like when it comes to creating music, just specifically, right? So
Yeah.
I've had songs like that where, like,
Really.
literally, like you said, I started at a moment, and it's like something just comes to me, so I start writing it down. But then it's something about it. Every time I go back to it, it's like it's just something like I can't finish
You can't
saying it.
finish
Like,
it.
and I felt that same energy, which is like, yo, what this is about. I'm like not 100% over this yet, or I'm not even,
Mm-hmm.
or I don't even have 100% clarity, like almost.
Yeah.
Because like I even realized that I tell stories like in my songs.
Yes.
And a lot of times I've even had the experience of like, honestly, and that's why I'm very mindful of what I say and how I speak, because I realize my power to manifest. And I've
Mm.
literally told the future in my songs type stuff. And
Wow.
like,
Yes. Yes.
just
Yes.
like, and I'm like,
Yes.
yo, all right, son, let me make sure I'm saying something that I want to see, and not
For
just trying
real.
to say something that just sound
Exactly.
cool, that is dangerous.
Exactly. And honestly, me being open right now, being honest, that's been a very big thing for me, especially as of late, because I feel myself taking off. I feel myself coming into that state where everybody knowing me all over the media, all over the world. I think my inner child is feeling it the most of this call and this pull to like go into the negative, go into the darkness, talk about all that shit they want to hear, talk about the shit that want to keep people down, and it sounds cool when you saying it because everybody around here is saying it, so it sounds dope. But when I think about what I'm actually saying, like, nah, this is not what I want to promote. This is not what I want to be. This is not what I want to stand on. Like, I'm gangster, but I'm not the fake funk gangster that y'all
Spiritual
niggas is on. I'm real
gangster,
gangster,
period.
like really for the community, like really for
Hmm.
myself, really for one another, like
Hmm.
coming together. I can't be talking about killing my people for no ass reason. I
Right,
can't be talking about bringing my people. I can't be out here selling drugs to my
right,
people like that. And
right,
that's not what I'm not gonna promote either.
right.
I'm not gonna act like I'm doing something that I'm not doing. You feel me? So right now in my life is like accepting that is cool. Loving yourself is cool, and loving your reflections is cool, and you can still be you gangster for that. That's gangster. That's
That's the
powerful.
most gangster thing that you could do, is be yourself.
Yeah, literally, bro. Literally.
Literally.
And I had somebody like recent, somebody that I was working with in the studio, a producer, telling me like, "Oh yeah, that's the way you want to go. That's what you want to talk about. That's what you want to promote. Just know it's gonna be harder for you to make it." And I was like, "Nah, nigga. Like I'm making it. I don't give a
Because
fuck
I'm
about none
me,
of it." Yeah.
period,
Period. Because
period.
I'm me, and you can't tell me. You can't tell me it's gonna take me 30 years to make it when it's people Common, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. They did not feed into the bullshit that niggas was on. So I don't gotta go the route niggas is going. Hell no, I'm gonna go my way straight.
Yeah, you create your own route, period. You
Period.
make your own, yeah, literally, you create your own, like,
I
route.
love what we doing. Oh
Like,
my God. Because
me
we showing the
too.
same, your word, everything you speak.
I
Everything
share.
you speak is motivation to keep going as a community for love,
I
staying
share.
together, unity, you know?
That's the
That's
movement. Love.
powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
Literally, to love yourself, because you know what? I love that we're talking about this, because last night I was watching the conversations with 19 Keys, you know, that the high level
Yeah.
conversations. So he'll have like different guests on and stuff like that. And I was rewatching the one with Yaki, which is like this brother. He does like he's like a biologist, and I don't know all of the names of his titles specifically, but he's very passionate about like holistic health, and he goes
Yes.
really into that, right? But what I love about it is that he's the first person that I experienced him connecting what we're consuming with self-love. And like going back to being gangster, you know how gangster it is to like feel like you want something, like you want a cookie, but to be like, nah, I'm not gonna
Not
get
gonna eat
that
that cookie.
cookie. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go do this shadow work. You know
Yes.
how gangster that is? Like,
Yes.
you know, because, and then
Self-control,
also,
self-discipline.
exactly. And then you know that that cookie is not good for your body because you
Yeah.
love yourself so much that you don't even want to put that in your body.
Anymore. Word.
Exactly.
Word. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
so in 2019, that's when I had to start making all those changes for myself. That's when it was like, no games, not playing no games. Like, I'm not, nothing that's not good for me am I putting in my body. I realized from that relationship and all the shit that I was doing to hurt myself after, oh shit, everything that I'm doing, I'm hating myself with it. Everything that I'm doing, I'm hurting myself. So that means everything that I'm doing, I gotta love myself with it. I gotta change that to I'm doing things to love myself, love on me, love the real me inside of this body, my soul, my spirit, you know, my heart. You feel me? Like, I gotta do things that's me for real, and not just bullshit that people say is the way. Wake up, eat breakfast, wake up. No, nigga, I need to wake up and fast. I need to wake up
yes,
and be with my mind.
breathe and
Yeah.
look at the sun.
Yeah, like, we did not know how to take care of ourselves, bro, at all. We was not taught that shit for real. We just been doing anything unconsciously, like whatever,
Exactly.
and all of that shit been hurting us, tearing us down.
It has. And you know, one of the quotes that I hear some people say that I really dislike is like, oh, well, you're gonna die anyways. And it's like, well, why would you do something to fasten up that process? That
Exactly.
doesn't make sense. Like,
Exactly. And like,
you
have
know,
we not been noticing that the generations like right before us, like our parents and their parents, they've been dying faster than all the other generations? Have we not noticed that? Like, we used to live to 100 and something. My sister's always reminding me of this. She's like, bro, we can live to 100 something.
right.
We used to be living that long. We were so conditioned to seeing people die at 20, 18,
50.
17, 16.
We
Like,
think 50 is old
yes,
because of that, right?
that's how I was thinking. And my sister like, yo, you bugging. Like, you just trying to make it to 70? You just trying to make the 80? Nigga, we could live to 100 and up. Like, why are you trying to just stop there? I'm like, bro, that don't even sound realistic to me. Then I
Right.
had to think about why. Why that don't sound realistic to me? Because I was seeing people dying. I was seeing people my age dying in junior high school. In high
Same.
school. That's why.
And it became normal.
And
So the
shit is
fact that
not real, bro. That's something we manifested because we told ourselves shit like that. We gonna die anyway. Why love yourself? Or you only live once, so do some. Nigga, I live every day. I live 1,000 million billion trillion times.
right.
And you don't know
Right.
your ass is coming back neither. So you need to stop playing.
So you need to chill.
For real.
Like,
Let
nah,
me
for
bring it
real.
from
Like, yo, you
back
know what
to
that
you.
just made me think about? So, and yeah, somebody sent in the comments, like, all we taught us to do is consume, and it's true, right? So that connects me to this. So, some time ago, I had stopped drinking, right? And during this time, I had started to think about the idea of like I remember having friends that would never drink throughout the year, but like on their birthday they would drink. Like, everybody, like, it's a common thing to like people get fucked up like on their birthday and drink. And I thought about it and I was like, wait a minute, if your Earth Day, like I like to say Earth Day, right? Your Earth Day is your celebration of life, that you in this physical plane at this time, right? And then, you know, you want to do something fun, like you giving thanks and gratitude. Why are you doing something that hurts you even more?
Right.
Even, and
Right.
especially if it's something that you don't even
You do
normally
on
do, but you
a
gonna do
regular.
it
Yes.
on your birthday. Ain't
Yes.
that backwards? So you know
Right.
what I said like 2 years ago? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start doing on my birthday. I'm gonna start fasting on my
Mm-mm.
birthday. I'm gonna start
Mm-mm.
doing liquid fast on my
Mm.
birthday. And I did that
Period,
2
God.
years ago.
Period.
Son, I was
That's so much motivation for me, bro. You don't even know, because that's been me. I stopped drinking, and I stopped drinking, I think 2018 I dedicated myself. 2017 I really knew I needed to stop, but by 2019 I was like, all right, if I'm fasting, I'm doing all this shit, then I'm not gonna drink no more. And I used to be an alcoholic. That's one of the ways that I used to hurt myself. And I wasn't an alcoholic in the way that I would drink every single day, but I would, oh, if I'm feeling down or if I'm feeling low, if I'm feeling sad, drink. I gotta drink. I gotta drink.
dependent on
And
it,
that's what I grew
right?
up, huh?
Dependent on it, like
Yes,
type.
and I thought I wasn't an alcoholic, because I'm like, I'm not drinking every day, but if I need it to feel better, then that means I'm dependent on it. I'm addicted to it. So once I realized that, and then my stomach was fucked up. I had like health issues going on in my stomach. So I was like, the doctors and everybody around me that knew like how much I drink, they would tell me like, oh, you know, it's probably because you drink so much, you're burning your stomach. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna cut back on the drinking. I haven't been drinking like for real in years now, since 2019. But I feel the same way, the way that you just described. On my birthday, I'm like, let me have a drink. I gotta have a drink on my birthday. So this last birthday that passed, on my 25th, a physical birthday, in this summer, I didn't drink the whole day. Probably like an hour before it was gonna be 12 o'clock and my birthday was gonna end. I drank probably like at like from 10:30 to like 12, whatever. I just got a bottle of champagne. I was like, I'm not gonna get no hard liquor, I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna get like some wine or something like that. Okay, so I drank champagne, but everybody was like, yo, it's your birthday, it's your birthday. We've been drinking, we've been smoking all night. Like, drink the bottle, you can have it to yourself. We don't want to take it because you ain't been drinking. So I pretty much drank the whole bottle by myself. By the time I was going to sleep, I realized my energy decreased so much. Like, I was angry. I was talking about all the shit I was mad about. I started yelling, screaming, upset. And I'm like, I was not feeling like this all day. I was happy. I was good all day. And then I thought, what did I do? I drunk and I took a couple hits of that Fonto split. Cause smoking is all right, but the Fonto, the tobacco, yeah, that shit change your frequency, God.
Facts,
It do. It
facts,
do. And
facts.
I was like, yo, all right, so this is what I gotta do, but I don't really want to hear it. But you saying it right now is like, all right, then I need to just fast on my birthday. Do that for
Yeah,
myself. I gotta
yeah,
do that for me.
yeah, word, real talk. And you know, I didn't mention it, but because you shared this, like I'll just share it now.
Okay.
So in 20 so it's 2023. So in 2021, I was actually hospitalized, connected to my liver, and I was
Wow.
literally hospitalized for 5 days. That's what completely stopped my whole shit. I kept
Wow.
feeling like spiritually, I knew I needed to stop, and I kept
Yes.
being like, okay, tomorrow,
Yeah.
until spirit was like, nah,
All right.
like
All right,
tomorrow.
motherfucker. You gonna
Tomorrow
keep
is here
playing?
right now. And when I tell you that was the only time I've ever like been in a hospital for like
Mm-hmm.
days at a time like
Oh
that,
yeah.
that
I would have
shit
been sick.
scared me, son. I was 26 at the time. Word.
Yeah.
Like, so they here telling me, you know, and that's the thing, these doctors, they just do a bunch of different tests on you. I really felt like a real guinea
Mm-hmm.
pig. And honestly, this is what also like, this is what especially sparked my holistic journey
Yeah.
and me studying to be like a holistic doctor, like
Yes.
nutritionist type of thing, because literally, I remember what they did, and I was so sad. I was depressed. I didn't know what the fuck to do, son. I was in there. They telling me like they don't know. They telling me that they getting this doctor from here because they don't know why my body is reacting like this, and you know, because basically it's like a lot of bloating, but it
Yeah.
was connected to the acidity and then also like the sugar intake. So just sugar and salt and all that. So essentially, what's so interesting about it, that's what ended up leading me actually, because when I came out of the hospital, I was just sad. And I was just asking the most high, like, yo, like, what do I do? Like, what do I do? And I ended up having a dream because all they prescribed me going home was like with water pills. And I'm like, I don't want to just like, and then it just make you pee all the time. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to just, yeah,
To,
like, it's
to,
just
to
shit
get the
crazy.
shit
And I
out your
usually don't even
body.
take things out, like prescription drugs, but I was like desperate at that time.
Yeah.
They was telling me to eat chicken and fish. I was already plant-based. Like it was
Oh,
a lot of
wow.
psychological stuff where it's like listen to the doctor or listen to
Or
yourself.
listen to,
And then I
yeah.
literally had to listen to myself and stop taking those pills and tap in with my body. And I know
Word.
what's going on with my body. So that's why I'm so passionate about people tapping in with their body. Don't listen
Yes.
to yes, you can get information from different places about like vitamins and things that are like more general. But when it
Right.
comes to you,
Yeah, specifics.
like you have to feel and be in tune with yourself to know, okay, you know what? I need beets right now. I need some blood flow. I need to get some bitter tea right now. I need to get some activation in my liver. I need to
Right.
get some bile
But you
pumping.
gotta know what your body is actually calling for. You gotta know those things to know that that's what your body wants and needs. And that's the part that's like we've been fucked up at, because like our grandmothers and shit like that, they knew what my body's calling for bitter tea. I don't even fucking know what that feel like. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm
You
not
know,
gonna hold you. If my body want bitter tea right now, I won't know that that's what it wants.
well, let me ask you this. So like I feel like it'd be a difference from like when, okay, let me say this. Sometimes we have like cravings for different types of foods depending on our mood and
Yeah.
energy. Like earlier when I made the example about like a sweet food. So like a sweet food would be like comforting, love, like you're going for something love, like something sweet, something that make you feel good, like a kind of like a quick fix type of thing. Right? But then like when you think about psychologically, say if you haven't had like a lot of sweets in a while, whatever, you just eating clean, and you go to like the market, like a veggie market, and you just walk in, and then like the orange, like it's like you and the orange just keep meeting, like
Yeah.
you like, yo, I need orange today, like it be those type of energies. Or sometimes
Yeah.
you'll get the message. I'm speaking from experience right now because I know we all have different experiences, but this is how we'll connect with it.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's like,
That's what it's been for me. Because I wouldn't even know, like, why am I drawn to this? And then I would take it. But I can't specifically say, like, oh, this is what. But if I'm drawn to it, then I know, like, all right, that's what I
yeah.
need.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I feel like it's more so like we're having this conversation now, being aware of it,
Yeah.
just being aware of it. So now when you go into the market and things like that, and even being aware of like your emotions when you're about to eat. Like I always say, like always like how you feel right now before you go eat that whatever. Like how you feeling right now? Like do you really want that food, or are you
Check.
trying to
Yeah.
block some shit? Are you trying to like put some shit down? Because that's the
Right.
thing. Our emotions be trying to come up from our stomach, from our gut, but we be pushing it down, like even like physically and spiritually with food. We're pushing it down because our stomach is a brain, right?
Yes.
So literally we're pushing all of it down. So now our emotions is down. That's why a lot of times when we do those deep breaths that I was doing earlier, a lot of
Yeah.
times I had a youth one time and she started crying. And she's like, I don't know why I'm crying. And the little girl, she was a little chubby. So it's like, because she doesn't usually breathe like that. And she's been eating down her feelings and emotions, which, like, is real. Like, and now she finally tapped into that space of like feeling herself. And the feeling is hurt, is sad. It's something that wants to release. So it comes out in tears.
Right.
Like, word.
Word.
I love this shit. So
Word.
word, but
Is the background okay? Because they a little loud where I'm at. I try to find a quieter
I
space, but you
think that
can hear
is
me?
fine.
Okay.
Honestly, even like my block, like it's like the cars that be going past be kind of loud too. Like right before I came on live, it was a daggone car alarm going off. I'm like, yo.
Let me wait a minute. Yeah. I was sitting there waiting. I'm wondering. I'm like, it's 6:30. Where you at?
I'm like, okay, we gonna wait this
Yo,
out.
but word, I never thought about that. Like, the food literally pushing down the
Yeah.
emotions. And another thing, I used to, just like with drinking, I used to eat to suppress my feelings, but I didn't really put together that it was pushing my feelings down. I just knew that, oh, when I eat, it make me feel better, and I knew I was dependent on that, but I didn't realize that it was actually
Like
pushing it down to
suppressing.
not come up. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I didn't know it was like. I'm thinking about it in my head, like, oh, it's suppressing it, but no, it's literally
Literally.
suppressing. That's wild.
Literally. That's why
That's
it's like
wild.
spirit and physical is so,
Yeah,
once it's doing it spiritually, it's physically doing it as well.
yeah,
That just
that's
came to
wild.
me the other day. Like, so yeah. Like I
Say
was
that
like, oh
again.
shoot. I said that just came to me the other day and I'm like, oh snap, that makes sense
Yes,
actually. That
yes.
makes sense.
Everything that's happening physically is happening spiritually. For sure.
Literally.
For sure.
That's
So
why
even
we
us.
here now.
Mm-hmm.
It really
Mm-hmm.
is. Yeah, I listen to this sister. I would share with y'all. Her name is Professor Melanie, and she's on YouTube. And she's dope. I'm just let her speak for herself. She speaks on a lot of different things, but one of the things she speaks on a lot is soul family. And she said something about a message of like they're celebrating right now. Like right now it's time to celebrate. And I feel that energy as well. Just like when, I and Zen was together the other day, it was like literally such a energy, like a reunion. Like
Yes.
it was powerful. Like, and I said, love family, the love family.
Yes.
Like we all together, and it's like we're finally able to create again and build again, and it
Yes.
just feels so good. So
Yeah, it was
I'm grateful.
amazing for me. I am so grateful. I'm
Yeah,
more grateful than I even have been allowing myself to feel right now. Like
yeah,
I feel like I kept telling y'all too, like I wanna cry and I wanna let it out. The happy feeling of like, oh my God, this is really happening. But I've been so used to feeling the negative feelings, the hard feelings, that was the only way I could let out. But it's like, what the fuck? Like I'm happy and I want to be able to cry because I'm happy, bro. Like for real. Like
mm-hmm.
I was connecting with my heart space from the moment we even, and I needed that so much because after performing like that, open up like that, I was so scared. I went into my shell, and it's like soul family right there. Y'all was right there. Y'all got me. Like y'all
Period.
had me. Y'all didn't even know y'all needed to have me yet,
Mm-hmm.
but we was there with each other, and I could feel like, oh, okay, this is trying to open my heart back up because I just closed myself off. Like
Mm-hmm.
we need each other more than we know a lot of times, for real.
We really do. And that's a real important point because I feel like sometimes when we go on this path and we especially know that, we're
Yeah,
different. Like it
yeah,
just that's just what it is. It just like, we feel different, we think different, so it ends up sometimes making us feel like almost
yes,
isolated. So then in turn, sometimes we end up wanting to isolate ourselves. Like I've
yes,
definitely been subject to that. And I've been learning more when I do just open up, and even like that day,
yeah.
going to the show and stuff, I'm just like, yo, look how we just connected in that way. Look how it
Right.
was, because we had different plans. That was, we was gonna leave from earlier, but
Yes.
it was just like an energy. It was like, nah, like we just gonna
Yeah. Yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
Um, and Zen said, when we release the things that no longer serves us, this allows us to see us as the creator sees us. Ashe. Word.
Shay.
So
On me.
I feel like
Yeah.
we
Like
just
right
let
now inside I'm crying, but it's like it feels hard to let it out. Like y'all words, the way y'all love me. Like I'm not used to that. So it feels like I want to, but it's uncomfortable. And I'm glad you just said that and brought up wanting to isolate yourself, because that's exactly how I felt. And I came on before I tapped on your live to see you was on live, I remember you told me write about it. You told me journal about it. So I waited, I think 2 days after, because it was like so much. I was like, I don't really want to do it. Remember I told you, like, I don't want to do it. But I started journaling about it, like the experience I had, how I felt after performing. And then today, right before I came on, I wrote about like why, what, like what was the question? What did you feel after you performed the other night? So I can be aware, like what triggered me to make me go into that shell. And basically, I don't know how long you're gonna stay on here. I could read it, but to somebody, you want to read it? Okay.
go. If you would,
Um.
if you open to share, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
You're like, let's go, let's get it.
We
Yeah, I
outside.
said to myself, what did you feel after performing the other night? The first thing I heard was, I don't know, but that was a lie. Like I knew that was a lie. I'm like, that's not true. Go deeper. So then I heard scared, open, alone, and lonely. And I was like, why did I feel alone? Why did I feel lonely? It was so many people there with me. And then I started thinking about it, like because I was the only one of my kind there. That's how I felt. So I was like, I felt judged, like I wasn't safe to be me, like some ridicule was coming, because that's what I'm used to, like being myself, opening up, somebody's gonna really ridicule you. And then from someone somewhere, like the ridicule was coming, and like someone would shoot me down, like basically I'm up, I'm flying now, somebody's gonna shoot me down. And then I felt hated. And this is me going into my, like, all of these feelings, like y'all on the outside watching me, into y'all, you just did great, you just performed great. This is where my mind went and started to deteriorate after. And it's so crazy, like if we don't talk about mental health and we don't go deep inside, no one would know this. Like, you would not understand. You would think, oh, you just performed great. All right. If you would have left, I would have left. Like, you would just think, oh, we had a great night. You performed great. I started tripping, bro. I started bugging in my head. And it was all me hating me. It was all me, past versions of me trying to pull me back into that hate. I said, even though everyone just loved me, I felt like I know what they're really thinking underneath. How could I be? How could this be right? How could I be right as a person? I felt someone would come get me. I heard one of my voices said, I felt scared of the questioning coming. I felt like I love myself also too, though, for standing up for me. And I felt like I can do it. Like, I can keep doing this. I can keep being myself. I wanted to run away and hide. I wanted to leave myself. I wanted to, I'm going to say leave myself because that's how I felt, but I don't know what I really wrote. I wanted to leave myself. I wanted to lock myself in trap doors. Trap closets. Remember, I kept seeing that door, and I sit there like all the time. That never stood out to me. I've never seen that door, but the way I translated it, for me, in my head, in my soul, it was like, this is where you're putting yourself. After you open yourself up, you keep putting yourself in this locked door, in this trap door, in this trap closet, because you feel like this is where you need to stay. This is where you belong. You can't be out open to the world. I wanted to lock myself in locked closets. I didn't care for myself in that moment. Confirmation. I didn't care for me. I felt like it's my fault that they are all looking at me now. I should have shut up. I should have stayed quiet from me opening up and performing and saying who the fuck I am. That's really what it was. That was the first time in my life that I've ever openly said to anyone performing, and like, I am a trans man. Ever. And it took, for another thing, a bunch of black people, a space full of black people. That is like, yeah, because if it was a bunch of white people, it would be probably a different experience. Like, okay, you could say that, but this is not literally like your firsthand reflections. The people that you're used to seeing you tear you down, really. Like, I grew up with black people tearing me down, not white people. So, like, directly. Right. So to say that in front of like a whole group of black people was like saying that in front of my family. And my family has not been accepting of me besides my siblings. My siblings are the only people in my life that's like, yo, you've been you since day one. This has always been you. This is not a confusion. This is not something that just happened. This is you. Like, this has always been you. They're the only ones that stand on that shit, bro. So now it's time for me to stand on that shit, and it feels like, whoa, like, I don't know if I can do it, but I'm doing it.
You're doing it.
So yeah, I felt like I should have stayed quiet, and I was panicking inside. I didn't know what was coming. So I ran, and that's why I started running in my mind. I said, but running brought me right back to me. Running quickly brought me back to me, and back to me, and I faced myself again. Running brought me back to me, and I faced myself again. I did it. I won. So that's how I felt. That's how I felt. And then I wrote like a little, if I could talk to myself in that moment, but I can talk to myself in that moment. So I'm saying, if I am talking to myself in that moment, what will I say? I'll say, it's okay. It's okay to be you. It's okay to be great. And it's okay to be feared. Just be fear free. You got this. I got you. I got me. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening and allowing me to share.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for being with me through that moment. Yo, you held me. You held me down that whole night. You literally held me from my soul, my spirit. You held me, like, just me, you know? And it was no judgment. It was no hate. You was there for me out of love. Like, I'm with you. I got you.
Yes, I love you.
I appreciate that so much. Thank you. I love you too.
Love you.
I love you too.
It did a lot for me. Honestly, it did a lot for me too. Like, when we left, like, I was like still in like
I've been coming down from that high for a couple days.
Yeah, it was
Zen
like,
kept saying to me too, like, I'm still feeling the feeling.
No, same. Actually, we all are. Like, word, Zen too. He said, "Love you, God."
I love you too, God.
And then we got brother said, so happy you did the shadow work. Word,
Thank you,
word,
thank you, thank you.
word.
It's been hard.
See,
Thank
that's
you.
the love. But that's the thing, and that's what I realized in life too. It's like it be those toughest things that when we get through, like that's the reward. That's like
Yeah.
the real what feels the most rewarding, you know, when
Ooh.
it's not easy. It's like when something is easy, it's like you don't even want it. It's kind of like when we was like in school and we want to talk to whoever, you know, like we want to have a love interest or
Yeah.
something. It's like if they, you know, if it's too easy
Yeah.
to talk to them, it's like,
Yeah.
all right, well,
Like,
maybe
I
I
don't
don't.
really want you then.
But if
Or
it's like a challenge or something, you're like, you know what I think?
it
I
makes
think that this is
it
kind of fun.
special.
Because you challenge me, you know, because we
Yeah.
want to be challenged. And that's the thing. We want to be challenged. And yeah,
Word.
you know, as long
Word.
as it's word. But I feel like that was so special. And honestly, I like to like get together questions, but to be honest, the way how like I was really feeling in my spirit for this one is the way that we just so organically flow. I was just like, nah, you know what? I just kind of wanna
Yeah.
like I wanna just allow whatever is supposed to be said. So
Yeah.
I
I
love
love
that
that. Word.
we just flowed, and I love that you shared that. Like, thank you to you
Thank
because that was so
you.
powerful and vulnerable. Because I remember thinking about like things. So there was a time when we're talking about shadow work. When I was like in Africa, I was doing a lot.
I
And I
seen
was just
that
like,
too. I was like, oh my God, you're there.
thank you. Yeah,
You did
it
it.
was it was a lot. It was a lot because I was really there by myself. Like it's
Yeah.
like I was a part of the program, but I was by myself, like
Word.
literally. So to, you know, to really trust, and I learned that that's really what trusting is, to actually do it and not just talk about trusting, but to actually trust the guidance and where you're supposed to be because I was guided there.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying, one of these activities that y'all can totally make your own version or take this version or be inspired by this version. And essentially, I took a piece of paper and I started thinking about, right? I was like, what are the things that I am embarrassed about,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
And I even started thinking about what's the definition of like embarrassment? Like why, like, you know, and I start thinking about, okay, usually somebody like what laughs at you,
Yeah.
okay? Somebody like
And then
maybe
you
makes
feel this
fun.
feeling.
Right. And then it's this feeling. And then it's like, but it's like really when you think about it, right? Because I start to learn, like, I start to realize perspectives. And also, like, when your confidence and just like knowing yourself
Yeah.
is that people always gonna try to come for you no matter what. Like,
Mm-hmm.
whether you confident or you not. Like, so
Right.
it's just
Right.
like I realized that, you know, what helped me, I feel like a lot is the 4 agreements.
Mm.
Not taking things personal. That's one of the agreements. Do not take things personal. So for instance, if somebody is coming at you for anything that they don't agree, quote unquote, what you do, it's not really what you're doing.
Mm.
It's what, like, they're being triggered by something like that they a lot of times can't do. That's
Mm.
usually like what it is. You're doing something, like you're being brave enough to do something that this other person is not. So they're now
Yeah.
triggered because you're able to do it, and they want to try to ridicule you for, you know, being
Yes.
brave.
Yes.
It's like a lot of reverse psychology.
Bro,
And
I just seen someone on TikTok breaking that agreement down, and now you're saying the exact same thing. So clearly, this is it. Before we got on live, that's what I watched.
wow.
So this is something that I need to like actually like, yo, when you start to feel personal, remember that because I'm here with you when you're saying it. I'm like, yeah, that. But then when I'm feeling like people coming at me, I want to get defensive, and I feel like I gotta defend myself all the time instead of just stepping back and saying like, this is just what this person is going through. That have nothing to do with me.
Yeah. Hey, you know, I started looking at it as a game. And
Mm.
honestly, I got this like Heyoka type spirit, which is
Say that again.
like a joking,
A
like a,
what type spirit?
it's like
Hey,
Heyoka. It's like
yoga.
Heyoka, HeyOka. It's like Native
Mm.
American, but it's like essentially it's like the clown. It's a
Oh,
clown. It's like a clown spirit,
oh,
like
okay,
a
okay. It
jokester
sounds so
spirit.
familiar.
Yes, I'm sure you know it. I'm sure you know it.
I
So it's
say.
like I
I
have
mean,
this
I know you, so I have to know it.
Ashe. So literally, it's a part of you because I am
I
you.
say.
So yes, like literally. So it's like with the Heyoka, it's like I am able to see things happen in life. Like for instance, things I used to get upset about in like the same way, like I would be defensive and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then I start to change my perspective. People would do stuff and I would even see people. That's the thing. People would like show you who they are. And to me, like, it's kind of funny now. Like, it's kind of funny because, like, it's like a person could only like act but so long.
Oh,
You know, like those people who try to like act a lot, but then it's like when things really get down to it, they show themselves. And then, you know, instead of getting defensive, I realize I'm like, oh, actually, you just showed me who you are. So thank you.
right.
Because you just did me you did me a favor, like just
Yeah.
now. And now I'm able to be so above it that it's like, that shit is silly. Like, why even, you know, because even if we say, for instance, if somebody, like, we're walking on the train and somebody step on our sneakers, right?
Yeah.
And we upset about it. And then after we leave the train, like, we just left the situation being upset about it. After we leave the train, we telling our friend, yo, this person just stepped on my sneaker. But we still in that energy. We still, like, we transfer energy now. For what? For what? They stepped on your sneakers. It was likely an accident, you know? And if it was on purpose, then they obviously bored because they did to step on your shoe for all purpose. Like, you know
looking for something.
I start to look at things like that, like, and look at people, and I'm like, oh, thanks for showing me who you are. Like, I appreciate that because now I know where to put you when it comes to my circle and my energy, my bubble. Like, I know that you can't sit with me, period. Like, it's like
I
making
feel like the hardest part of that for me has been loving myself enough to know, like, this is who they are and they can't sit with me. So then I have to make the tough decision of I have to disconnect from you. Because a lot of times with me, it's been people that I want to hold on to so bad. And you showing me this and it's like, damn, I got to let you go. And that shit felt crazy, but my life is so much better. My life is so much better now without them. So it's like, well, you really want to go back to that? Do you?
Right.
Nah, you happy that you did that. So why you even still let them level up and come to you if they really meant to be there? But you good without them and it feel good, so keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like leeches is the physical thing, but then the energy is like, that's what it is. Succubus, leeches, vampires, you know, like, just literally, like, I remember having like just transparently, like, a relationship, and I remember, like, saying something, being like, yo, right now I feel like my energy, like I said it to the person too. I was like, yo, I feel like right now, like, you're going like this with my energy. Like, I was like that was the best way I could say it. I'm like, yo, I feel like you're going like this, because that's what I
run from that.
Yeah,
that's
like,
why I'm laughing. Like, imagine somebody literally telling you that. You gotta face it now.
Yeah, like, I'm like because that's, I couldn't explain it in no other way, because that's what it was. Like,
this is what it is.
Like, you trying to take my energy right now, and I need you to chill. You know, so
And
it's
how do they respond?
it was very codependent. Like, oh, you know, and then also, like, very, like, what are you talking about? Da, 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 like, you know, very denial, I guess to say. Yeah, denial. But I mean, I feel like that be like a lot of times our first response is denial, depending on where we at. But I realize nowadays, like, even just getting back into the games, I have fun, like, reaching new places with myself. Like, I have fun being able to be like, yo, that shit don't affect me no more, because it used to, you know. And then that's the thing, you have to be honest about it and say, yo, I did care about that. You know, a lot of times when we say, I don't care about this, I don't care about that, that's actually, you care. Like, that's why you saying it. Like, that's why you putting that energy into it. But it's like, I've realized that just on my growth and my just dedication to really, like, just tapping in with self and mastering me, it feels so good now when I just let things fly. And then I feel good after, and I'm like, I don't feel bad, I don't feel upset, I just feel good. I feel free, you know, like, just what you just said, when you let go of people that's not meant for you. It's like, because I've experienced the same thing. And I realize it be those people that you want to hold on to, like, that you know that you need to let go. Like, it be those ones that's like the most growth. It's like, that sparks the most growth within those relationships. And it happened for you. And that's the thing. It didn't happen to us. It happened for us to, like, earlier your story, love yourself more, to for me, what I was speaking about earlier, to tap into this medicine journey, because I already knew it was a part of me, but me experiencing that now is like, nah, son. Like, and I've literally, like, I kind of said it today, and I almost forgot because I felt like it was small. And this is something I'm working on, and I would love to hear your thoughts. Is like sometimes I have a goal, or sometimes I reach an accomplishment, and then it's like now because I reached it, it seems like it's feasible. So now I'm like looking for the next one, and I kind of forget about that accomplishment. So, like for instance,
celebrating yourself for doing it.
Yeah, like even though it's not actually going back to this card, facts, even though it's not like, so example, the bigger accomplishment is like when it comes to liver, I just would like to show this, teach this. This is something they don't teach at the doctor, is that the liver is actually the only organ that regenerates itself.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, right. It's the only organ that regenerates itself.
Huh.
And I'm being so transparent on here. When I was 26 in the hospital, they were literally telling me like, you know, if like we don't know really what to do, like we might have to give you like a transplant. Real talk.
Of a liver?
Yeah, type shit. Like if it
regenerates itself.
Right, right. So that's the thing. I'm here scared. Mind you, they're not giving me nothing else except water pills. Right, right. So what I had to do was, like I said, I had to tap in with myself, and I ended up starting to learn like also about like any disease is going to be like in our blood, like we're full of water, right? So that's like connected with our blood. So if you want to like start to heal any disease, cure any disease, you want to go into the bloodstream, you want to cleanse the blood out. Right. And it just so happens that I have herbs from Africa. So that's the thing. Everything works in my favor. Like, you know, so literally I have I had high blood pressure at a time, and I remember I did that, like I cured that with herbs and stuff. And but I'm saying, I remember like I said that today, and I was just like, yeah, you know, high blood pressure. But I'm just like, I was just like, yeah, that was something easy. So I'm here like, you know, that was
not realize like, yo,
no.
Yeah, you had high blood pressure and you cured it.
I did it with herbs, like literally, like God, for me, God shit, like literally. And it's like I was just watching Dr. Sabi last night, and it's funny because he was talking about like AIDS or something. It was either AIDS or cancer, like one of the ones that's like high up there. And he was like, honestly, it's easy. He's like, it's like child's play. Like, you know, but this is how it's like it ends up.
So he could have been talking about either or. He was curing both of them. Right. Shits. And he still is. He is curing both of them shit.
Because through his teachings, and even just he was a big inspiration for me as well. But you know,
really Left Eye, and I'm glad that this came to me because she led me to him, and you remind me of her so much. Like every time I'm with you, feeling your energy, I'm like, okay, this is Left Eye energy connecting me. And tonight we supposed to be talking about the independent artist. We didn't even get to that yet, but she has a really big connection with what I want to say when we get to that. And you are like the bridge for that, and I'm like, oh my fucking God, okay, this is happening. But I feel you strongly connected to her spirit.
Ashe, no, I feel that. It's funny because people used to say, like when I was in school, I used to do this hairstyle when I had like a swoop or something, and people used to be like, oh, you look like Left Eye. Like, so for me, I was just like, oh, okay. And then sometimes when I started rapping, when I started performing, some people here and there, most people say Lauryn Hill, but like some people here and there will be like, yeah, that's my sis. But that's what I'm saying. This shit is real because like I'm connected with Lauryn OD, like our spirits. And then it's like with Left Eye, I didn't know much about her. I just like I didn't know much about her, but people kept saying her to me, like, oh yeah, something Left Eye. Then I started getting to Dr. Sabi in 2019. That's what actually led me to knowing more about Left Eye and her. So that's what made me be like, wait, hold on, she actually rapped though, like me, like
it's not just no media shit. Like she that for real.
Like she does this.
Oh my God.
I resonate with her spirit, like OD. Even just watching her, I was like,
wait, when you was younger, you would hear, I'm sure you heard TLC, Waterfall, but you never really like listened to their music to really hear her rap. And you know, it's not funny. I was gonna say it's funny, but it's really not. That's media shit because they will promote that song. She's not rapping on that song at all. It's plenty of songs that she's rapping on. You can really hear her rapping. That was not pushed like that. The only song I would say, Scrubs, is where she really rapping on it, and they cut, I think, part of her verse out of that song. So it's like they was really shitting on her and hating on her a lot back then. Not because she just rapped so well. Her spirit, her God spirit, she was there with it. She was activated. She was us, for real. She is literally us. Yeah. And she was doing the shit that, oh no, that's crazy. Don't do that. No, she was into all that shit. how you think they was looking at her and talking about her when she went out there and was with Dr. Savy? She was there in the 90s, bro. Like, feel me?
Gangsta.
So when
That's
I look
gangsta.
at you, yes, exactly. And it's like that gangsta has been overlooked, but I'm at the point where I don't give a fuck. I'm glad like I'm this type of gangster, because the other shit is fake. It ain't real gangster anyway. You want to be something for somebody else, and you trying to put on this front in this show for somebody else, and then when it come down to it, all these niggas is really scared because when where y'all at?
Wait, you just cut out. You said something where y'all at.
I said, yeah, when it's time to really put in action, when it's time to really stand together and unite together as one, where y'all at for real? A lot of these niggas, y'all not scared of each other to hurt each other, but y'all scared of these white people. Y'all scared of the government. Y'all scared you won't pull out your guns for that.
That's a fact.
Really, who am I trying to impress? Fuck out of here. Like,
yeah.
Here, bro.
Ashe. Word. Word. Like, oh my gosh, shout out Left Eye, shout out Dr. Savy.
Shout out Left Eye.
And yes, so getting into the independent artistry. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions and then we're gonna get into your performance.
All right.
So okay, first off, we just went through all of that, but I do want you to still introduce yourself as an artist. Like, who are you as an artist? Like what has inspired you to start? Like, what's your story? Like, give us tea.
Okay. When I was younger, elementary, I would say this probably was before elementary, because I remember being 4 years old and having an experience of my spirit knowing like I am an artist and this is where I'm meant to be. I was in Times Square. I was with my father. My father used to take me to Times Square because he also had the passion and the love for being an artist as well too. So he loved going to Times Square and seeing all the people up on the big platforms and all the lights. And, you know, anytime we would like go out to eat or go to the movies, things like that, we would always want to go there because it had that energy of like, you a star, everybody see you, everybody know you. I remember being 4 years old. I feel like, because it's coming to my head, I'm going to go with that. It was one specific day where like I got all dressed up. He dressed me all up because we are very much alike, and I would hate to admit that a lot of times, but that's the truth. In spirit and soul, like our true being, and at heart, we are very much alike. And he dressed me up in like this. I was 4 years old, but I got on this big fur, right? And I'm feeling real flashy, like I'm feeling like a star. And the way I was dressed too, and that's probably why it was so specific for me. I was dressed like me, like myself. I wasn't dressed in a way that didn't resonate with me, and that felt powerful for me. And so he took me out there, just me and him. We went to Times Square, and I'm seeing all the lights, I'm seeing all the beauty of like just being in New York, being in Manhattan, being all these people around, and everybody like together but not together, but we still together. You feel me? Like we all understand the energy here is one at the same time. It was no hate, no discrimination going on. We were just together. And I'm seeing a bunch of black people up on big billboards, bright shining lights. Like I'm like, yo, like this is where I need to be. I instantly knew, like in that moment, like I need to be up there. And I knew that I love music. I knew I love to create music, but I don't think it clicked to me yet that that's when I'm up there. That, you know, I was saying it, but I don't think it fully clicked in my mind that that's what you're saying. We are saying you're gonna be an artist, a rap star up there. A musician up there until I don't remember how old I was, but I was in elementary school, and I was still very young. I had to be like 8 before 10 years old. I was watching Tupac, Brenda's Got a Baby on either MTV, I think it was MTV. I'm watching the video, and like I was already rapping at that time, like writing my raps out and everything. But I was writing about bullshit. I was writing about like, oh, whatever sounded cool, what was going on around me. Like I didn't write nothing real specific and from the heart. And I didn't really know why, but I knew like, you know, I want to write something more than this. I was really bored with what I was writing. When I seen him rapping and saying that, sending that message of Brenda's Got a Baby, I was like, yeah, yes. I was like, yeah, this is it. All right. I'm all right. Hold on.
The center, like
yes, yeah, I see. I'm seeing. I'll check the time once I heard you knocking. But man, I'm gonna move from where I'm at right now. But when I seen that, that clicked in my brain to me, like, okay, this is you. That's what it felt like. Like, this is you. This is your life. This is what you're meant to do for the rest of your life. And from that day forward, that moment forward, I knew, like, this is my purpose. With music, with me being on this earth, this is my purpose. I'm meant to speak and speak the truth about what I'm seeing going on in my community and around me, in my household, and other Black people's households. This is the real shit that I need to talk about. This is what I'm missing. And from that day forward, that's been my mission. But I had a hard time committing to myself, because I would have to open up myself and be open to the world in order to do that. So I would tap in and out of it. I would go back and forth. And for a lot of years, I just wrote in the room to myself and never shared it with anyone because I didn't want to be judged. So at a point, relationships for me, like, they really trigger a lot out of me.
Say that last part again. It cut out for a second.
I said, it's so funny. Relationships really trigger a lot out of me. I went through a different bad breakup, and going through that breakup, I was very, like, already suicidal, very depressed. So going through that shit just pushed me, like, over the edge. And when I was there, like, in that low space, I felt like the only thing that I could do at that time to really get myself out of it was finally performing and unleashing all this shit, letting all this shit out. I got invited to a open mic, spoken word, and when I seen that, I was like, all right, like, it's time. Let me just do it.
Yeah.
I did that shit, and it was the best night, the best moment of my fucking life. Like, I just performed on the spot. And that's another thing that has been happening with me on my journeys. Like, performing without knowing I'm going to perform and just unleashing everything that's inside of me is so healing for me. And that's the way that it started. I performed about my depression. I performed about my suicidal thoughts. I performed about everything that I went through as a child. And that shit healed me in that moment of, like, yo, like, you can heal and you can keep going. You don't have to stop here. You don't have to stay here. And ever since then, music, I've been like, all right, I'm going to figure out how to really be in this and stay in this and keep doing this for the rest of my life. That was 2017, 2018. And then every year since then, if I fell off, I'm pulling myself back. I got it. And I'm finally in a space where I'm like, balanced. I'm resonating with me, like, okay, I'm going to keep going.
Yes.
This is it.
Yes.
Word.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that story.
No doubt.
Yeah. So, along your journey, like, what do you feel like? So, as an independent artist, right? I feel like if you're not an independent artist, there are a lot of things that behind the scenes we tend to have to do that we don't that not a lot of people like know about, essentially. So a lot of like business marketing, a lot of like social media marketing, email lists, um, music videos, studio time, mixing and mastering. There's so many different levels and things that we
Yes.
have to do. Just to get, like, for instance, one song. I feel like the average person that's not an independent artist, they're just like,
Wait, say
oh,
that
well,
again?
I
What
feel
one
like the
song?
average person that's not an independent artist,
Oh, yeah.
they just think like, oh, okay, you have a song that you wrote. Why not just record it and put it out, right? A lot, like, that's the first thing. So, like, for instance, have you ever had an experience like that?
Have I ever had an experience where
Like,
people's energy is like, just put it out?
yeah, or rather, what's your outlook, your perspective on that, on the different things that it takes? Like, have you found any like challenges, or like, yeah, like, what's any challenges that have come up in the process? Because I'm also like kind of a bit projecting because I'm talking about me. So let me like
No, it's fine. I feel like I was holding myself back a lot because of that. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm an independent artist. No one else is pushing me but me. A lot of people probably not gonna see this, is what I would be thinking. And so I got it. So a lot of times I wouldn't want to put things out because I'm like, oh, nobody's gonna see it. But I'm at a place now where it's like, fuck that. Fuck that. Like, I don't give a fuck who sees it, who don't. I need to put this out because it's in my heart, it's in my spirit. is in my soul, and I need to release it. Like that, like I just said, it's releasing for me when I perform on the spot. So I need that shit to keep going forward. It's not even about who's hearing it and who's not hearing it anymore. Not even gonna hold you.
Right.
Like, yeah.
So can I tell you? So it's interesting. I'm happy we're having this conversation. So I'm gonna say what mine is, because that's kind of what I was a bit alluding to. So I feel like in my own experience, before, well, at first I used to have like a lot of like writer's block because going back, like I didn't go through that experience yet. But when I finally came back from Africa, I was able to, okay, we are gonna get back right on. Hey, it's me, Bubbles. How y'all doing? Okay, we just got cut off. I'm sure that we'll get right back. See you back on set. Thank you all who are still tuned in with us. This is Overtime with the Bubbly Live Show. It's nice that we're here. We really expanded right now. So excited. All right. Accepting it.
It disconnected. Hold on.
Okay.
I gotta find me a new spot. Hello. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh. Yeah, you hear me now?
Connected? Yeah. I'm trying to think of where to sit because I was charging my phone.
Oh, okay. Hold on, you cutting out. I didn't hear what you said.
Hold on real quick. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. I need to find me a good spot.
No worries.
I think we could. Not too lit. Alright, I'm gonna just go back where I was at. Cause like people just be like bad minded. I'm gonna just let it be so.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. Alright. Finish saying what you were saying. So how was it for you now?
Yeah, I was saying that a challenge for me, as far as like releasing music, after I like went through the whole writer's block and I went through things like after Africa, I was able to just like write. How all of the things I was feeling, and similar to like you just said, it was very healing for me to like talk about so many things, like so many songs I started. Yo, I got songs son that I started like 5 years ago, like ago, you know,
Yes.
and I finally got to like complete it. So it's like I'm holding on to this project. It's called Love. I actually had a show back in March for it, and I'm still like working on releasing it because honestly, it's a lot of things that's attached to it, connecting to it really, different pieces. But just going back into like a challenge, one of my biggest challenges when it comes to releasing music was me being in my head about the quality of the sound. So just as like,
okay, I feel what you're saying. Yeah.
So basically, just as like a background, I grew up like in the studio, in my cousin's studio, like as a girl. So he was like 3 years older than me, and I'm like 7, singing and playing the keyboard. He's like making beats at 10.
Wow.
And I grew up like literally, like he really know how to make beats and stuff now. Like he had all the equipment and everything, so we like record and all that. Like I watched him learn how to mix and master and all that. So I had this like trained ear that I didn't realize until I actually started performing. And then I would like have these independent artist friends and also just be connected in the music. And I started hearing people's music. And I was like, oh, snap, like I can hear things, or like I can, like, you know, I can hear the quality in this, and I didn't even realize that whole time me listening to my cousin start off from scratch to make a whole mix and mastered beat, like, was literally ear training.
Yeah.
So now with that being in my mind, I'm hearing like, yo, I gotta make sure my quality sounds really good. I've heard things and like the music might be good, but the quality I didn't like. So I'm like,
Wait, say that again. You said with that being in your mind, you gotta make sure what?
I've had experiences where I will listen to others or listen to others' music and it might be good, but it's like I can hear the quality. And like for instance, I'm like a person that's like sensitive to sound. So like sometimes if something is like distorted in a way like it hurt me. So I don't want to hear it. Like I don't want to listen to it. You know, it's not that I think that person is black or whatever. I'm just like, yo, this hurts, son. Like I don't like how it's doing feel right now. So
You said sometimes. Say that one more time. I'm sorry. It's like cutting up.
It's okay. I was just saying, I sometimes listening to songs when I hear it distorting, it hurts me. Like I'm very sensitive to sound, so it literally hurts. And I'm like, I don't want to not listen to this person because I don't like what they're saying or doing, like because this distortion actually like hurts. And I know it's real stuff. So I just know I've spent so much money going to this studio, that studio, and it's like Spirit has showed me, like for instance, I have my home studio stuff and I haven't used it as much as I would like say that I would have liked to throughout the time that I've had it. But it's just like again, getting out of my head basically about the sound and being like, yo, you know what, I have everything I need. And then also learning about like groups like Wu-Tang Clan. They like had shit out and it was all types of, you know, like this mix, like shit sounded crazy, you know? But it's like if it was dope, it was dope. And I
feel like the energy, the frequency is so high, it's so good, it's so dope that people gonna fuck with it regardless. That's what happened. Like their energy was they just being themselves and they don't give a fuck, and we like that.
Right. And and you know, another thing that has been coming up for me very consistently is going by steps and not like skipping steps. You know? So like
because I'll be wanting to skip steps too. I'll be like, I'm tired of. I want to be there already.
Right.
Where everything is just sounding like this and feeling like that and looking like this.
Right.
But then it's like, how you gonna get there if you don't get through the lessons that's taking you there? That's how people get there.
Right.
You gotta go through this shit.
Right. Gotta go through figuring out how to edit this, how to, you know, use your phone and make it look like the best quality and learn about ring lights and shit, you know, like all microphones. But it's true. And, you know, going back to like earlier, the whole thing about celebrating your accomplishments. I remember like the other day I was on Studio One and I was just like, yo, let me like celebrate that. Like I remember when I didn't know how to use Studio One. I remember when I didn't know how to record myself and I was still figuring stuff out. Now I'm on it like, I'm pull this there, drag this there, like, you know, I'm just like,
you doing it, God. You doing it.
Yeah, like I'm here with it, you know. So lastly, I would just like to ask, like, what do you feel like is like your overall mission, your overall like goal, like, or what would you like to see with your artistry as it grows? Because you know we infinite, but like, what would you like to see, like your music to
The
take
first
you?
thing I heard, we said, well, "What is your overall mission?" I heard, "Heal the world." And I'm questioning myself, like, is that really your overall mission, or is that just you trying to save everybody?
Right.
But in actuality, I feel like I am healing the whole world right now, and you are healing the whole world right now. We doing it without even knowing we doing it by healing ourselves and sending out this healing frequency. So it's helping to heal everyone around us, all of our reflections, the whole world. And I want my music to reflect that. I want my music to reflect my healing journey, and my mission is for myself to be reflected so much in my music and how I'm healing to be reflected so much in my music that it inspires everyone that listens to me to heal themselves and love themselves.
Ashe. Ashe.
Or
I love
that
that.
I want my music to touch everyone's soul when they
Yeah.
listen to it.
Yeah.
Your soul, not just your mind, not just how you feel, just your soul, like your true being, who you truly are. I want everyone to want to be themselves when they listen to me being myself.
Ashe.
Yeah.
I resonate
All
with
right.
that.
I
Ashe.
say, I
Start
say,
with
God, I
self.
say, Zen.
Ashe. So, so the last thing, oh, I said the last thing, but that's not true. So, another question. I actually wanted to connect it to detachment, and I just want to share why I want to connect it with detachment. I feel like being an independent artist, like when we think about detachment, is things that, all right, let me start with attachment. I feel like in my journey of growing, I've had to detach myself from a lot of things that I was attached to in order to grow, like what we were saying earlier. And
Yeah.
one of the things that I wanted to connect to independent artistry is detaching yourself from the idea that you need a record label, right,
Mm-hmm.
to be an artist, right? So, like,
Yes.
what's your view anyway, like, when it comes to like independent artistry and labels and that whole
Yes.
shebang?
Yo, I'm laughing and it's so funny to me. Like when you said it, when you brought it up the other day, like my stomach, like I feel like I could throw up. I'm not even gonna hold you. That's how much like excitement, all these emotions and feelings I'm feeling hearing you talk about this, because I don't hear other people talk about this, and and you know what? Thank you for asking that after asking what is your mission with your music, because I was just talking about me as an artist with myself, how I want my music to portray to the world and to help the world, right? But since younger, ever since realizing I am an artist and realizing this is what I'm doing for the rest of my life, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, this is who I am, I felt like I want to do this like me doing this. I don't want someone else controlling what I'm doing and putting out what I'm doing. I want to do it. So I wanted to have my own, as a kid, I thought my own label. I'm seeing all these people with their own labels, all these guys. I'm seeing even black men with their own labels. So why can I have my own label, right? Like I've seen Diddy, I've seen Jay-Z, Star Rock Nation. I saw all that, right? I'm like, okay, I could do that myself if they're doing that themselves. I don't need nobody else to do it. Then my sisters came along. When my mom had my first sister, she came out singing. That's what she loved to do. Same like me, music. She's drawn to it instantly. Then my second sister came along. Same thing, singing. She's drawn to music. So I was like, okay, if I want to have my own label for myself, I'm going to have my own label for them. As I got older, I realized a lot of these labels are just tearing us down, stealing our music, stealing our energy, stealing our money. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have my own empire. I'm not gonna have a label. I'm gonna have an empire, and I'm gonna build my own music empire. And every artist that works with me is gonna be working with me, not under me, not for me. I'm making sure that they own themselves. So that also is a part of my mission, to show other artists you can be your own artist and you can live for yourself, and nobody else has control over you. You are free. And I want every artist that I work with that works and is a part of building my empire to be free. I say, music.
Ashe.
This year,
Ashe.
this is one thing that this is one thing that I've been proud of myself for, but I haven't celebrated and honored myself enough for. I've been saying that to myself. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna build this empire since when I decided, like, oh, okay, looking at Tupac, I'm an artist. I probably 8, 9, 10 years old. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. Elementary school, I decided this. It wasn't until this year, 2022, that I actually came together and started putting the pieces together to start building my empire. So now, me and my sisters and one of our soul sisters that had the connection, just like I have with you and Zen, the same way we connected that night, I met this woman and we connected like this, like that night. Yo, the same way I was breaking down on you, she was breaking down, crying on me, and we just healed together. And she's the same way, love music, passionate about music, and she want to be free. She don't want to be tied underneath nobody labeling on none of that. So we building this shit together. And this year we started coming together, having meetings, working on music together, seeing how we can do this shit, how we can really build this shit. So I'm very excited for that. And hearing you talk about you feeling the same way, I'm like, nah, God, this is what we meant to be together. We
Ashe.
meant to be together because we building empires on empires on empires,
Ashe.
God. You hear me?
Ashe.
Word.
You already know. You know what's so funny, yo? Last night, y'all, you know what? The book is right here, son. I can't
Say
make this
that.
up. Last night, so I write a lot. And I write down like my manifestations, my ideas, like all that, right? while last night I went through, like, I was looking at an old book. Let me see if I find a page, if it's meant to find a page. But essentially, you know, I've been working on this love circus. And essentially
Yes,
what
yes,
the
yes, 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 yes. That's another thing too. I went to the Apollo recently. Before I decided that's what made me want to do it. When I went, I was like, "Yo, this shit is like the circus. This shit is like the Universal Soul Circus." And when I said that to myself, I thought the Universal Soul Circus was gone. That's why I was so salty the other night. I'm like, "Damn, it's back," and I ain't get it. But I thought it was gone. And that night, when I said, "Yo, this is like that," I was like, "All right, if the Universal Soul Circus is gone, I'm gonna have my own circus. I'm gonna make my own circus." And then I see you, and you're like, "I have my own circus going." I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like, I couldn't get the words out, but I'm like, "Nah, this is divinely guided in a way that I don't even fucking understand right now. Like, I don't know what you're doing and what spirit is doing, but we meant to be together, and this shit is about to take off."
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's literally here. I know why I'm not
okay,
finding it right now because oh well no, it's right here, but Spirit just told me not to show it exactly, but I'm gonna just
okay,
share what it is. But essentially, I literally, so this whole love circus thing is so funny what everything you're talking about, because let me just break this down first. Okay. The love
word, God,
circus, the love circus was inspired by like creatives like you and I, independent artists actually, right? Not just musicians, but like dancers,
yes,
you know, content creators, videographers, models, whatever may have you, right? And not having like consistent, it's like we always have to go find gigs, go find gig here, go find gigs there, book this show here, book that show there. So it's like a lot of that type of thing, right? So I was just like,
yeah,
what if we just have a consistent way of like all working together, like
thank you,
in one network and utilizing, so we're like a whole traveling show, because it's connected to my goals of traveling and studying herbalism all in different places. And then it's
yes,
also spreading love to the world, like spreading love, like and getting youth together, like raising the vibrations of the youth, of the children. So I came up with this idea. I'm like, well, why doesn't it just be like a bunch of different artists who, like I said, videographers, photographers, independent artists, musicians, dancers, and we all come together and work together, almost like basically like a band. And we go
yes,
around for places and we literally perform for places, and not just performance, but it be like an educational, like it's also we're creating an educational
travel
experience
the world,
and we're performing. So I'm like, yo, it's like a circus, because first of all, circus is so funny because it didn't 100% first occur to me that circuses are educational. It just came to me with circus because I think about out of the ordinary characters. And I think about a lot of soul family feeling out of place and like the black sheep in their family and like nobody gets them,
yes,
right? And I feel like those are like
wow,
individuals in the circus. They're all like these eccentric ass individuals
yes,
who have these dope ass talents. But guess what? People may make fun of them or ridicule them or look whatever at them. But guess what? Those are those same people who go and pay to see them in action, like
yeah,
live.
yeah,
Because
and so entertained by them, so amazed by them for being themselves.
because
Word.
deep
And
down, they just want to do the same thing.
yeah, just be themselves. Oh my God, that's so amazing for me right now, because one of my greatest inspirations for being myself and like displaying, presenting myself as who I am is seeing like the bearded ladies in the circus. I'm like, yo, like these are literal ladies, like they're women, and they're like, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna wear my beard. So it's like, how can you say you can't do it? And this is like full blown women that's like, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna have a long ass beard and a dress, and I'm gonna do all this. And I was like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna be my fucking self. I'm gonna figure it out. So that's dope as fuck to me. And the fact that we having our own circus. It's black people running it, not us being put in someone else's circus and forced, because that's another thing that's like a part of history that will really bother me. Like, we will be put on display for people to look at us, but we wasn't controlling it.
Like a
You
laughing
controlling
monkey.
that shit, God. Ashe, all power to you right now. All honor
Ashe,
to you
our
right
power
now,
to
God.
us.
Yes.
Ashe. So it's already done. Like what we're talking about
Yeah.
is very, it's very similar. But I was sharing this, y'all, because basically this summer I've been doing events all around the Love Circus. So I'm gonna be honest with you.
I thought that this was a newer idea, yo. And it also, I also got the message of like, it's not my idea.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a collective thing that we're manifesting all together. I just have to do my part. I have to play my role. I'm Aries. I'm the initiator. So I got to get a buzz. Like it's time, you know. But I realized last night going through books, or day before yesterday, I think it was last night though. I wrote on 1/22/2020 at 11:11 p.m. I put the music circus.
Wow.
That's before it
Wow.
was the love circus. I put the music circus. And let me tell you what I
And
said.
you
I said,
forgot about this, you saying? Yeah.
yes. And
That
it's,
was spirit. All spirit, God.
yes. And it says, a team of creatives that travel from city to city, country to country, sharing our craft and art, shedding light and love. And then I
Wow.
put big idea. What's it called? I literally put big idea. Like I typed my name. Like I knew that this was it. Like
Wow. Wow. So you had the idea and then you had the idea again.
yes, which means
And you know,
that it was like meant to happen. Like it's my destiny.
yes.
Like it's
Yes.
literally my
And you know
destiny.
what's so funny too? I'm glad you say that too, because I talked about the empire that we're building. I talked about the empire we're building, but I didn't say what it was called, right? In 2016 or 2017, I feel like it was 2016. I said, like, officially, the name of the empire is Intergalactic Records. Intergalactic with an E, right? And like the other day, my youngest sister, Nyla, she comes to me. She's like, "Did you get Intergalactic Records from Left Eye?" And I was like, "No, why you say that?" And she's like, "Because she was coming out with that album Intergalactic. You don't remember?" I was like, "No." And my other sister, Amaya, she always would say to me, "You had that name when we was younger. You used to say this is what you're gonna call your label when we were younger. You don't remember?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "You said that multiple times when you were younger. You forgot?" I'm like, "Bro, I feel like I came up with this shit in 2016." She's like, "No, Tiama, you were saying that shit when we was in elementary school." I'm like, what the fuck? And then Nyla comes to me and she's like, Left Eye was gonna call her album that. I'm like, bro, what if she sent me that shit? What if I got that shit from her spirit and I'm meant to carry it on and I didn't even know that I was carrying it on? We had this conversation a week before I ran into you again. And I'm feeling your spirit and I'm feeling your heart. And I'm like, yo, this is Left Eye. And when we had that conversation, I thanked her after that. I was like, if you sent this to me, thank you, Left Eye. Thank you. I thank your spirit. I thank your heart. Like I'm talking to her. Like, thank you for everything
That's
that you're
it.
doing for me that I don't even know. Thank you for
That's
everything
it.
you're bringing me to that I don't even know is happening.
That's
And then
it.
I see you a couple days later. That's
Right.
her, bro. That's God. That's you. That's us.
Right.
We are spirit.
Right.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Right.
This shit is really happening.
No, it's real. Like that's why I feel like the best way really is to stay like soul family. Like that shit is not
Yes.
an accident in the way I think about it. Cause I had a similar like, well, something happened where I was like, I I just like channeled this song. I like freestyled
Yeah.
this song and I wrote it down. Then like literally I go on the radio, freaking Kanye had a song and he was literally saying like he basically compared like it was something about like running in a cycle, being psycho, like psycho, like
Yeah.
connecting that. But I literally just had tapped in, like I just said that. And the message that came to me was like we're tapping into a collective consciousness. And
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and we resonate. So it's like, do we resonate with this, right? Like so we're just repeating the things that we resonate on this collective consciousness. But it's like it's almost like I feel like I want to say that we all have access to it, but I also want to say that it's almost like it's I don't know. I don't even
Like
know if I
a
want.
selective few could really tap in.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing about that with Intergalactic, I I was so eager when I came up with like, okay, this is the name, this is official. I wanted to share it with the world, but I didn't even start shit yet. And I was like posting a picture of myself, and I felt that energy, like, yo, this is intergalactic energy of myself and my brother. And I was like, yo, this, because that's what it means to me. Intergalactic is colliding of souls, a colliding of planets, colliding of energy, coming together and making, yes, selective few, God, making one now, right? and I'm sharing a picture of me and my brother, and I was like, yo, I want to put this as the caption as intergalactic. And when I was writing it, I felt spirit telling me like, hold back. But at this time, this is when I just started like having big awakening. So I was like, nah, like what I'm holding back for? I could put this out. Like, what do you mean? If somebody gonna try to use it, they're not gonna use it like me, so I ain't worried about it, right? So I put it out anyway, like as the caption on the picture, right? A couple years later, 2020, Kid Cudi comes out with a show called Intergalactic. I'm like, wait, hold up. And he's spelling it. This is how I knew that was exactly directed to that moment. I'm like, if somebody's going to use my idea, they're not going to spell it like me, because this came from my own mind. I changed the I in Intergalactic to E. He put that show out, and it's spelled Intergalactic with an E. And I'm like, yo, I should have listened to Spirit, bro.
You know,
I should have listened, because it sent him the energy. It sent out the energy to the collective, and he picked up on it.
You know what's funny? That's what I was saying too. Like, two thoughts. First thought is when I heard intergalactic, I like that word like resonates with me. Like when I watched, because I watched that movie, and as soon as I heard it, like even the word intergalactic like resonates.
Wait, that's a movie?
Kid Cudi, he made it a movie.
Oh, I thought it was a show. It's a movie?
No, it's a movie, yo.
Shit. Okay, I haven't watched it. I was so salty,
it's
bro. I
like
almost
Netflix.
cried. I started tearing up when I saw that shit. I was like, nah, now he gonna think I got it from him.
No, but that's the thing. But because he did it, he knows that you didn't get it from him. He knows that y'all connected. Now that you have to do it, because that's almost like a, yo, it's kind of like I was watching Dr. Sebi say something about tribes in Africa. It's kind of like, you know how like in tribes, like they're known for like they do certain markings or do certain piercings. It's almost like that's a way for them to know like that's my tribe.
Okay, okay, got you.
So it's like you do an intergalactic, oh shit, that's my tribe. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no just reason. And then it's a difference if you just did intergalactic and the energy didn't match. But you're gonna do
it's gonna match.
Then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, they're just like trying to follow ways. No, you're gonna do an intergalactic and you're gonna fucking be intergalactic.
Period, God.
Be like, yo, we're connected.
Word.
Like,
word. You right.
So I feel that. I feel that, yo.
Okay, we late, bro. We fucking late. Oh my God.
Yo, we outside. I give thanks and gratitude. And I just want to share, like, I do see some stuff in the comments and stuff. I am reading what y'all saying. I just want to share that there are many, many different distractions in our lives, but I like to focus on finding our groundedness, and no matter what distraction comes up. So if something is visually distracting you, maybe try to close your eyes and listen, right? There's so many different ways that we can listen. So I just wanted to share that. In addition, there's someone telling me to text them. At the moment, I'm on this live, so I will not be texting, and I will answer all messages as soon as I can. Blessings and love. All right, cool. So,
God, thank you, Zen. Thank you.
Yeah, let me read what he said. Zen said, it's a marker. We are all connected. We have folks that are a part of our tribe, but our ancestors, celebrities, tribe comes in so many colors and classes. It's a spiritual thing. It's facts. It's facts. And I remember I said that to somebody before too, because I'm all about my people and just being in this physical vessel of what we want to call indigenous, right? But the other day I said something of like, with people that look like me, and I didn't mean like that look like me as in they have to have kinky hair or they have to have brown skin. I meant that spirit look like me. That spirit look like me. You know what I'm saying? Because like we feel people like that type of thing. And just because you got the kinky hair in my skin don't mean that you look like me.
Word to God, word to God. Oh my God.
Okay.
Trip out. Cause I be wanting to be like, hey, come here, we feel, and then
same.
You be feeling like that, and you feel like,
it's real.
Stay away from me. I don't
you
like
always
how you
pay.
Look and how you feel.
It's real. But look, let me tell you something. I love what this, going back to Professor Melanie, I love what she said on Instagram, on her YouTube the other day. She basically said, stop with this whole black versus white thing, right? And
Uh-huh.
and she was just like, and this is something I'm very passionate about just because of what I specifically went through, even me just going to Mexico, being with in ceremony with people from all around the world. Like they
Oh
were
yeah.
all around the world. And I
That's
realized that we
powerful.
were one. Like
Yeah.
that color shit is
Woo.
fake. Like, but essentially she was saying like, if you think about it, if it were that easy, right? If like all of the black people were like the spiritual, people that's supposed to be the heroes, and then all of the white people were like the enemies, wouldn't that be
Right.
mad easy? Like,
Right.
oh,
Right. It'd be very easy to spot
yeah,
and find and understand. And a lot of these black people, skin folk, they be the enemies.
right.
They be with the lowest of shit. And it's just like, damn, like
Yes,
we gotta accept the truth here.
yes,
We gotta connect by our souls and
yes,
not by our skin,
yes,
not by our
yes.
souls. Yeah.
Yes, it's really
Yeah.
a soul
Cause you
connection.
be lost out here thinking all black people is like you and they love like you and they feel and your ass gonna get in some shit. Cause
Yep.
it's a lot of black people have been taken over by a low vibing spirit, and it feels hurtful for me to say that, but that's the truth I have to accept, and it makes more sense honestly because we've been going through the worst of the worst shit. So it's real easy to get low and to stay low. So if you there, how can I trust you? If you stay in a low vibe and high spirit, how the fuck can I trust you and say you my family and you love me and I love you? Nah, I don't know what the fuck you
That
is
ain't love. That ain't my kind of love. You can
at
keep that.
all.
You and that love over there. Fact.
For real. And yo, man,
Real
man,
talk.
I mean, I heard a couple people say this, but really Kevin Gates is the one that really like sparked it in my mind for me to really listen. Because he's a great inspiration for me. His transition, his journey, everything that he's overcoming is a great inspiration for me. And I would hear him talk all the time about and Nipsey. I was like, who's the other person? Him and Nipsey. They specifically say like, I connect with people by their souls. I fuck with people for their souls and their spirits. I don't care about your race. It don't matter if you white, black, blue, purple, your soul and your spirit. If it don't align with me, I can't fuck with you. And like, I'm not gonna lie, when I would hear them say that, sometimes I would feel uneasy at first. I'm like, nah, all black people gotta be together. We all gotta be together. But then I'm like, look how these motherfuckers treating me, bro. Look at how they treated me. Like, I can't stand in unity with you. I don't know if you're gonna stab me in my back, if you're gonna turn on me, you might feed me to the white people that we say is the devil. You,
That be the one. That be the first
yeah.
one. Yep.
You be the one to cross me and give me to them.
Yep.
So nah,
Yep.
I gotta fuck with the people that align with my soul and my spirit. And some people that appear white might be in a white body, they soul and their spirit align with me. And that's the truth about
That's
it.
a
And I
fact.
would feel bad about that shit at first. I'm like, yo, you so pro-black. You such a Black Panther nigga. I got tatted on me. Tatted on me, dog. Tatted on me. Like, I'm not playing. I'm not playing out here.
Instead of
Like,
people.
but I gotta be honest with myself. Some people that appear to be white are true soul beings and
So
genuine and from the
family.
heart, and they love me, and that's the truth about it. Like right now, the space I'm in, the center I was telling you about, my mental health therapist, they're Italian, and they love me the way I love them. I don't gotta act they accept me, and our spirits like this. Like when I tell you, they do tarot card readings with me. They tap in more into their spiritual, and they following their spiritual journey because I'm like, yo, if you my therapist, you gotta know I'm very spiritual. So it can't be all about mental health and not spiritual health too. And they're like, all right,
Yep.
you pushing me to go forward. Let me keep going with my spiritual. Now we doing, yeah, and we in alignment with each other, and it resonate and it feel right. It don't feel like it's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Everything they say to me, it's accurate. It resonates. So it's like, how could you be evil? How could you be the devil just because of your skin color? Nah.
Right.
We
Right.
gotta treat people the way we have to treat people based off of who they truly are at heart.
Right. Yeah, I gotta charge my phone too. Hold on.
You say you gotta what?
I'm charging my phone. I'm putting my phone on the charger.
That's what I'm doing right here. So I'm trying to make sure I
Oh
got
yeah.
this.
I'm a little back dog, but we outside. We outside still.
I want to make sure
Um,
I got enough power, because if I gotta leave the space, I want to make sure I can still be able to do the
yeah,
performance
we
fully
could do
or
it.
live.
We could get into it actually, because we've been on here. I feel like me and you, we could just keep going. Like we should have
For
more thoughts
hours,
and
days, days.
yeah, like we should have different discussions. Like any topics, if there's anybody that wants to share any topics that y'all would love to hear about. Thank you, Trinity. What's goody, sis? She said that she likes the topic that we're speaking on. But
Word.
but yeah, I
I
actually want
love
to have
that.
a whole talk about like racism and like colors and stuff. Like that's actually a whole thing because I got a whole thing to talk about with that. So we could get into that. Zen said Fred Hamilton, who was Black Panther, created the Rainbow Coalition, which was an attempt to bring people together bring together all people of like-minded spirit. Watch The Black Messiah on HBO. Shout out HBO, yo.
Word.
Word.
That
All right,
the
cool.
Black Messiah, that's not the same as the Judas in the Black Messiah. That's different.
Um, Zen, could you answer that question?
Cause that's what I thought
So,
about. But I'm like, was that his name? It might have been. It might have been Fred Hampton.
oh yeah, but
But if it's
yeah,
that movie fucking scarred me. I'm gonna have to take a little minute before I watch
yeah.
that.
Oh,
Did you see that?
uh. Some
Man, I was in there tripping like, you know what? Oh yeah, he talking about the same movie, man.
okay,
I watched that shit. I'm like, okay, I just gotta accept that I'm gonna die young. Shit like that. That's what made me like,
okay,
yo, because it was not even just street shit. It's not even just us killing each other in the streets. Like, if you going our way as a Black Panther, niggas can kill you for that. White people can. That's how I've been thinking my whole life. And that night when I said that, my sister Amaya, she always bring me back, man. She said, "You think you gonna die young because you've been seeing things like this happen in front of you so much. You think there's no way to get out of that. As soon as you tell yourself you can overcome this and you ain't gonna die young, that's when it'll be so. But as long as you keep saying this, okay, that's your journey then.
Ashe,
That's your path." I
Ashe,
said, I was like, you know what, God, you right. Cause that Nipsey did it for me. Nipsey fucked me up, man. And then that movie, and I was like, okay, I just gotta accept these people gonna kill me. That's what it is. But if you truly believe in spirit, you know, whenever it's your time to go, that's when it's not even nobody killing you for real. That just was your destiny. That's your path. So
that's
what are
how
you
it's
really
supposed to
scared of?
be. That's how it's
What are we
supposed to
really
be.
afraid of?
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, no,
What?
that's real. That's real. That's word. I yeah, I would love to build more on that, but yeah, I think that it's we've been building a lot, so I believe that we can get to the performance piece of
All right.
the
I'm gonna
show.
I'm gonna walk out this spot so it could be just like us without no
Okay,
background music.
okay.
I
Yeah,
gotta
I was
make
gonna
sure I
ask
got
you,
connection.
you gonna do it like a cappella?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, I'm gonna make sure the connection working. If I gotta hop back on, let me just get this.
Okay, it's getting a little slow now. Peace and love, everyone. I thank you for all those who are still staying tuned. I give thanks for your being. I give thanks for your creativity, for your voice, for all it is that you do and only you can do, for your power, for your essence. I give thanks for clarity. I give thanks for being in the right place at the right time. I give thanks for alignment. I give thanks for my soul family. I give thanks for life. I give thanks for breath. And we are going to end with a performance. So just give us a second and we're going to get it popping. All right, I'm pulling you in.
Thank you for all we do.
Actually,
Whew. Thank you, thank you. All right, I'm looking for.
the camera is like slow. I just want to make sure when you perform that we could hear you, all your words and stuff, right?
I'm trying to sit somewhere right now and then just talk for a little second and see if it goes through and then we can start.
Okay. Huh?
And just enjoy yourself.
Shout
All
out
right, it's
to
clear.
the ring light. Yeah, we good. Yeah.
What's up, Buddha? Can I use the chair? All right. All right, cool. We good?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna take a couple breaths just to, cause we just talked about so much. It's like it's
Yeah,
hot
yeah,
right
yeah.
here. I'm
We good.
excited, and I'm like so,
We
you feel
good.
me? Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. We here. We here. So this piece that I'm about to do is what I spoke about earlier. The second verse to my song, "Love Yourself," and this one is very. This verse is very personal to me. The first verse, I will say, I wrote it for the whole world to hear and for them to spark and feel like, yeah, I need to love myself. The second one was just me talking to me, and it wasn't about nobody and nothing else. You feel me? So it go like, to love yourself, you gotta get to know yourself. To believe in yourself, that means you gotta show yourself. I was going through some shit nobody that I know could help. And if I ain't discovered me, I probably would have wrote myself. You see, I found out all we need is the power controlling self. The happiness you looking for can't be found in no clothes or wealth. Can't be found in other bodies. All I needed was inside me. I was searching out for clues when all the secrets was inside me. Had to cut myself loose from all the demons that's residing. Before they found me on the noose, EMT pulled me out the lobby. Told myself I wouldn't do it. But the mirror screaming, try me. Is my thoughts telling me to my own body, trying to lie me. So I changed the way I think, and I changed the way I blink. Seen parts that wasn't there and had to fill out all the blanks. Seen spots that wasn't clear and realized that they hadn't plain. And now I'm dodging all the fear that I imprinted in my brain. When you decide to be fearless, things will never be the same. Things will never be the same. When you decide to be fearless, things will never be the same. Things are never, you gonna love yourself, baby. Love yourself, baby. Love yourself, baby. Love yourself, baby. This world is so crazy, got to love yourself, baby. I swear it's soul saving when you love yourself. Love yourself, baby. Love yourself, baby. Love yourself, baby. Love yourself, baby. This world is so crazy, got to love yourself, baby. I swear it's soul saving when you love yourself. Yeah. When you love your I swear it's soul saving when you love yourself. I say, I mean.
I'm like, my phone was in my hand.
Period, God, period. That's another thing I've been needing to do too. Clap for myself.
Ashe.
After every performance now, I'm clapping for myself. Like my
Ashe.
spirit just started doing that, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I need. That clap for you. It's not even
Ashe.
always about everybody else's. Your reflections clapping, and you feel me? Like I'm noticing that looking back at the videos, y'all when y'all recording me, I'm like, oh shit. As soon as I stopped and everybody's clapping, I was clapping for myself too. It's like, yeah, I'm here. I'm finally here. God, I'm here. But I really
Ashe.
love me. Word. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for the opportunity to share that.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. That was so brave of you. Oh my
Thank you,
God.
man. You're
Now
welcome.
this whole experience with you and I really thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, I
Thank
always
you.
say that time is something that you'll never get back. So when you spend time doing something and building with somebody and just allowing
Wait,
that,
say that again. Say that again. It started cutting.
I was saying that time is something that you will never get back.
Mm,
So I always cherish time and quality time with
yeah.
others when they take their essence and their, their space to build with you, to grow with you, to share with you, because it is time that you'll never get back, and we'll always have these memories. It's time we'll never get back, but then we'll always have these memories.
Yes,
like
yes,
fucking infinite.
yes. I feel
Like,
that, and I'm
period.
learning to be appreciative of that. My fear of not being loved by my reflections is what has like have me blocked off. Like I could even still feel it while we on live, while we talking, while we connecting. I could feel my guard up, and it's like, yo, like put your guard down, open up to
Right.
love. You feel me?
Right.
Like I'm not even gonna hold you when I open up to you about how I identify, who I identify as, and like I instantly felt like, oh shit, like I said that, and I don't know if they love me no more. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know if they. And this is like after our first meeting in person, so like I felt some resistance because I know that you haven't had many people like me like around you for real. I could feel that like we're like we opening up, we saying it, like being so honest and raw, you know. So I was like, damn, what if they're gonna be like everybody else and just reject me? And that's probably why you kept saying like I haven't really seen you on Instagram like that. And I was thinking to myself like, yo, after I told her that, I pulled back. So maybe she not see me on Instagram because I pull my energy back. You feel me? And now we on live, we connecting. I could feel like my own like walls up in my heart, and like I need to open that up in order to allow you and let you love me. And that's another part of my self-love journey that I realized, like, if I can't let other people love me, then I'm not really loving myself for real, you know? That's the hardest part for me, because I gotta trust you.
Right.
And I gotta trust me
Right.
too. Because the only reason I'm deciding to trust you is because I feel in my heart that I can. So are you really trusting yourself if you can open yourself up to this person that you know love you? Like, I know you love me. No matter what conditioning we've had to be against each other, I know you love me. So I gotta open myself up to really feeling that. But you showing me that right now by having me on here, by having me speak my truth. You already you already know who I am.
Yes.
And you got me up here and you want to show me off to the world, and I respect that. And I love that, and I thank you so much for being you and you being brave enough. This is also you being brave too. It's not just me being brave, because you could get ridiculed, you could get talked about for accepting me, for loving me and sharing me with the word. You could, but you don't give a fuck about that. You're like, nah, this is what it is. I love you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I love you. I love you. Thank you so much. It's like, this is what we need. I feel like we need to have more conversations and open conversations like this, because this is really what brings the healing. And there was no accident that we've been sharing this like together, because
when I seen
like,
you and Zen sitting there, I knew. I was like, okay, so Spirit wants us together. It don't matter what I'm thinking in my head. They might not accept me. Spirit want me with this person and their divine reflection. We all meant to be together. Like, word. Oh my God, it feels so good. I feel so happy.
Ashe. Yeah, it's gonna continue to be magic. That's a fact.
Word.
Thank you.
I love you too. I love you too, Trinity.
I love you, Trinity. We outside. Love you, God. Love you, Zen. Oh man. One love. Love you, sis.
So
Yo,
all
of you
I'm not gonna lie,
here right now is also fam.
It feels scary, yo. It feels scary, bro, because like you want love so bad, but when you get in it, you're not used to it. So it's like, run away. Like, do I run away? Do I stay? You know, can I trust this real? How you gonna get it if you don't stay in it?
Right.
You're not gonna be able. You have to stay in it.
Be open to receive it. Ashe. I received that, and I'm so happy. Like, I feel like on a cloud. Like, this is like, it's just gonna be more of this. We're gonna just do more of this. And like, if there's anything that you want to talk about, you want to come back on here again, any other piece you want to share, like, let's do it. Like, please, we outside.
I love you.
I
love you
love
so
you.
fucking much. I love you so fucking much. Oh my God. Oh, and the yelling, the screaming that we did, yo, that was healing for me so much. I felt like a Power Ranger for real. Like, we was powering up. We was powering up. I need more of that in my life. Like, I'm not gonna hold you.
Let's
like
do
us
it.
on land, with our feet on land, just screaming, yelling to the gods, like,
Let's do it.
I've been every day since I've been thinking about that with my sisters. I'm like, yo, we gotta. Oh, I keep forgetting. Thank fucking God just now. I realized, like, as soon as I came home, I spoke to Amaya, the one in between me and my youngest sister. Yo, I'm talking to her. I'm telling her about everything we experienced, all that. The next day, I realized, yo, I never told my sister pregnant. My sister is
Oh,
bringing a new life into this world, or a light
oh,
into this world from another
oh.
galaxy. God, you're yes.
Right. I think I actually seen that one time. Now that you're saying it, I feel like I seen it on social media, right? She posted a picture. Oh man, you just cut out. Okay, hold up. You just cut out. The God. Okay. I just lost you for a sec. I miss you too, sister. Beautiful, beautiful sister. Okay. Thank you for all that are still here and tuned in. I am kind of lost. Lost. Um, okay. The God. I'm gonna see if you wanna end completely with me. I'm gonna be here for a bit. Um, but yeah, so is there any like reflections that anybody wants to share? Like, um, if you are just tuning in, if you tuned in already, just like end reflections, and then we're gonna get out of here for the night. Again, thank you to our special guest, the God one, the God. I am so happy for us to be able to build and just share his divine special spirit with us all. And I am just so grateful for all of the connections, all of the soul family, all of the like love that I have for self and so am able to share with others. Um, the God, I'm gonna wait for you like one more minute, and then if not, maybe maybe yeah, phone died or something. Trinity, Ashe, everything is so divinely designed, so magical, so many things to be grateful for. Can we hit in the comments like what are you grateful for right now? Let me get some answers. What are we grateful for right now? What are you grateful for right now? I'm grateful for Pikachu, you know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for my free expression of wearing things that symbolize how I feel and how I love to express myself. I love thunder and nature and all that, you know. Then it's like yellow solar plexus, creativity and all that. And we got the red with the root chakra. Yes, okay. Life, love, and music. We are grateful for life, love, and music. Ashe. Anything else? What are we grateful for? Oh, thank you. Grateful for my song, Tie My Hands. I appreciate you. I love you, sis. That's so sweet of you. Always. All right. Bye, Bubbles. Thank you, y'all. Check out my song, Bye, Bubbles. All right. That was that. It was real fun, real fun. I usually I'm a we kind of was on here for a bit. I think I'm gonna do like an end performance. You know, why not? You know what I'm saying? Grateful for love, grateful for liberation, grateful for freedom, grateful for soul family. Ashe. All right, y'all. I think I'm a I think I'm gonna do this rap because I was gonna freestyle something with my drum. But I kind of want feedback with this rap because it's just a fun rap I'm writing. And it's not finished exactly yet. But I never really shared unfinished raps. But I want to try something new tonight. I'm inspired. So let me just share. Blood clot. What was the drop my laptop? Blood clot. Okay. All right. So grateful for you, Susan. So I oh shoot. that was my That was my thing. Okay, my phone is on. I think I could get a little bit. Yo. I hopefully the beat is gonna be. Do y'all hear the beat good? Let me know if y'all hear the beat good. Give me a thumbs up. Uh, 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 grateful for divine soul connections like y'all. I love you, Trinity. Alright, do y'all hear the beat good? The beat fire? Alright, cool, you hear it. Alright, cool. Alright, there's an unfinished verse. Alright, here we go. Where my book at? I just want y'all to I just want to make sure my last bars is there too. I just wrote this. Alright, here we go. Alright. Okay, let's try it again. Alright, here we go. This is just called Door Knockers, because listen, I was inspired to write this just because, you know those big bamboo earrings? Like some old head, I think it was my uncle, somebody in my family. Somebody was like, yeah, the big door knockers. And I was like, oh yeah, that's what they used to call them back in the 90s. It's door knockers. Oh yeah, we got the God back. Let's go. Okay, hold on.
Hey! Yo, my phone died. Finally, I was holding it on because I'm like, yo, I gotta get to perform before this shit dies. So I'm like, I'm out on a little thing right now, the little outside portable.
Oh shoot!
I'm like, I gotta be able to say good night and thank you so much. I don't want to just go home. Word.
I feel bad. Yeah, I tried to wait for you. I was like, yo, I'm gonna just stay here. I was like, I'm gonna perform. Hopefully, you could come back and say bye.
Wait.
Wait.
Say that again.
I was just saying I was trying to like stay on for a little to see if you had time to come back.
I felt that. I'm like, she gonna wait for me a little bit. But yeah, I had to let that out before it cut off. My sister, man, I've been thinking us coming together and having a healing session with her would be really good before she goes into labor and does the birth. Yeah, because she's been going through a lot. I'm sure you can understand. It's been a lot, you know, family, all this, the weights of the world. She's lifting that shit off, and I think we need to come together. I feel in my spirit we need to come together as a soul family to help her release that shit before this child passes through her. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Her and her husband, man. Her and her divine reflection. We gotta come together, bro.
Let's do it.
Let's
do it. And you know, that really resonates with my heart and my spirit because doula has been coming up for me a lot. Doula.
Yes. And so is she. She's a doula as well. She is a doula. And that resonates with her, and she's like getting to the point where she's finally confident enough, courageous enough to say, like, okay, this is where I'm going with my path and my journey. So that's beautiful. Y'all gonna do some beautiful work together. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's just been coming up a lot. So word, thank you for sharing that. I was saying too that I thought that I had seen it on Instagram. I thought I seen one picture posted on Instagram.
On her page?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did, because she definitely posted it. I didn't post on social media at all yet. So it wasn't me. You had to see from her.
Yeah, because I was like, I felt like now that you say it, that I was like, oh snap, I did see that. But yeah, congratulations to her. Trinity says congratulations as well.
Thank you so much.
So yeah,
word.
my phone is dying too.
We gonna
you already know. You already know. So my phone is about to thing now. I'm gonna rap and then head out of here. You're welcome to stay for the rap.
You say your phone is about to?
It's about to die, so I'm gonna do the rap and then end it.
Good night. Love. Say that again.
I'm gonna do a rap and then end it because my phone is up.
All right. Love, man. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm gonna see you soon. We're gonna get up.
Yes, you already know. I love you so much.
That shit energy. Oh my God. Thank you, Zen. Thank you. We're gonna see you soon, God. We all coming together soon. I love you. Already know. Thank y'all so much. Everybody have a great night.
All right. Love you. Okay, peace. Aw, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice, y'all? Yo, last show, we did improv at the end, but this show already went over. So I'm going to start doing some more improv, though, because I just want to, like, dress up into characters. And I got a lot of, like, props over here, okay? Because props is just, like, my personality. All right. knockers. You know, the big bamboo earrings. That's where we was at. All right, yo. We're gonna wrap this rap, this unfinished rap. This is an unfinished rap by Bubblesz. It's over here. I copy. Okay. Door knockers. Oh wow, what did it just do? Stop playing with a kid. Alright, yo, I gotta go back. My bad. Okay, here we go. Okay. Door knockers, who is it? Hip hopper, word shotter, say something, did not a flow proper. This lava, can't touch this, the suspense, authentic, I can't bluff this by any means for the justice. Oh, now my body wanna lust this. Don't hit my line less it's substance. Aya basura, watch me dust it. I see you fake, that's why you busted. I want the real and not the plastic. The something, plastic. And you know I am fantastic. I be like everywhere like Jurassic. I don't know, fucking around at that. But where is that like that? So like that, so like that, so like that, so like that, so like that. Yo, I just love that shit. Oh, and I'm playing with hooks right now. They nothing like they roll. Yo, they nothing like they roll. Yo, they nothing like they roll. Yo, they acting like they woke. They nothing like they roll. They acting like they woke. They nothing like they wrote. So is that hook, or it's gonna be like, look here I come. Look here I come. Look here I come. Look here I come. I actually want to know what y'all think. Out of those two hooks, which one you like better? It's either they nothing like they wrote, they acting like they broke, or is look here I, okay, that's what I said. Look here I come. Look here I come. Hey, with my drum. Yeah, with my drum. Look how I go with my drum. Look here I come with my drum. No, I'm the one and I just be chosen. I be going off the brain, off the dome. And you know I go on when I meditate in position. Always everywhere that I need to be. Yeah, exactly. You know I keep it so precise that if you ask me, I just be so free. You already know Bubbly when she rapping on the scene. I really do this and I love it. And you know I get into it. I'm a fluid, no influence. And you know I just be doing, I be oops and I be making mistakes. But yes, you already know I'm so authentic. I just gotta do my best. This is a test. No, I just gotta get it and I say it with my chest. You already know, said superhero with the S. Hold up, you already with these bars. I just flex. Hold up on to the next. You already know. I love y'all, yo. Yo, I love this show so much. I'm gonna start doing more of these lives though, and just hopping on live. If there's anybody else who wants to come on the Bubbly Love Show, please pop on. We could perform together. We could just chop it up, build together. Let's do it. Thank you so much for all those who's tuned in tonight. Thank you for just your being. I love you so much. I'm like about to go spit some bars, real talk, and probably make some more rap videos. So I love y'all so much. Thank you, Trinity. And where you just actually told me you like the second one, look here I come. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, and I was thinking that line that I said about they nothing like they wrote, they acting like they broke, like that can be in a verse rather than the hook. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that, yo, because I come up with like a lot of hooks and stuff like that, and sometimes you know, just deciding, and it's also like fun to see what others like want to hear, you know, because like we can create music and it could be like kind of biased to our own music, but it's great to like hear others' opinion, like, well, what do you think sounds catchy? What do you think sounds dope? So I'm actually doing this more, so I'm happy I did this, and thanks for your feedback, Trinity. So yeah, I love y'all so much, you know, because I could just really talk for hours, but I'm gonna just end it here. We was already on here for like 2.5 hours, but you already know we outside, we outside. I love you so much. Again, tune in on Thursdays, EDT, 6:30 p.m. We will be again live next Thursday, and the date of next Thursday is the 12th. And what's so funny about the 12th, actually, I'll also be hosting a jam session in Manhattan at 1 and 1 Bar on Thursday, October 12th at 8 p.m. to like 2 a.m. And I'll be on IG Live from 6:30. I'll probably end at like 7:30 that day because the show's right after. And I'll likely be doing it on set. So if you want to know more information about that, want to perform, holla at me. I also have a sleepover that's coming up on October 13th, Friday the 13th. It's a sister sleepover, so women only event. We are going to connect and build and grow together. The tickets are $33. And if there is, if you would like to come to the event and you perhaps do not have the $33, then just DM me and we'll figure it out. Like, because I'm all for like bartering and like making things work for us, because it's all about healing and also just learning how to eat together at the same time. So I love you so much. Holla at me. I will see you next Thursday at 6:30 p.m. EDT, the Bubbly Love Show. And the Bubbly Love Show, Bubbly Love Show, Bubbly Love Show, Bubbly Love Show, the Bubbly Love Show. All right, cool. Peace and love, fam. Oh.